As Peter Parker's uncle put it, with great power comes great responsibility. Upon first glance, it might be difficult to see the correlation between Spider Man and a Porsche driver, yet they are in their essence the same thing. Peter Parker was an everyman who was transformed by a spider bite into a heroic protector of the weak and innocent. A Porsche owner, by virtue of a key, is elevated to a level of prestige and envy untouched by most. The problem that arises with many Porsche drivers, however, is that they are oblivious to the unstated duties of driving a German crafted sports car. Besides having the funds to pay the astronomical price tag, a Porsche owner is obligated to uphold an image of class and unobtainable superiority. People who see a Porsche drive by shouldn't feel jealous. Instead, they should look upon it with reverence and eagerly get out of the passing lane. Sadly, inside North America, and I imagine many countries all over the world, Porsches are being passed over with the cursory glances that were once reserved for Fords, Buicks, and Dodges. This loss of image is directly related to a deflated sense of mystique, which is directly related to a dwindling adherence to the rules of driving a Porsche. Should you ever find yourself among the 1% and you stumble across his blog, please read the following detailed instructions to ensure that you are driving your Porsche correctly. 1. Cleanliness. A Porsche must always be clean. Correction. A Porsche must always be spotless. With a cost of $80,000 and up, a Porsche is a jewel to behold. You wouldn't wear a scuffed, dinged, and dirty watch or necklace, so why should you expect anything less for your car? A Porsche is intended for good weather only, not because it can't handle a little bit of rain or snow, but because it should be regarded as a toy of excess. Let your four-door Mercedes or BMW do the grunt work on the sleet-filled, salty streets. When the weather is cool and clear, then and only then is it time to let the turbos rip. If you can't afford to store your Porsche in inclement weather, you can't afford to have a Porsche. Also, if you can afford to foot the bill for high-octane fuel, then you can spare the cost for a monthly detailing. 2. Manner of dress. You are not a hobette who stumbled out from your crack den and into the alley where your Porsche was parked. Absolutely no sweatpants. I don't care if you just came from the gym. That is what changing rooms were invented for. The optimal dress is probably business casual, something with movement, but enough style to still look important. If you must wear anything else, first ensure that it is properly tailored, or that it is an article of clothing that isn't prominently within the general public. Remember, a t-shirt isn't just a t-shirt if it costs $100. 3. A Porsche Boxster isn't a Porsche. If you are rich and you've accidentally purchased one of these cars for yourself, please immediately throw it in the garbage. If you own a Porsche Boxster thinking that you have finally made it, sorry, you're still not part of the club. No member of the upper class strives for the bare minimum. The Porsche Boxster is merely a pyramid scheme that keeps Porsche in business long enough to sell real Porsches to real Porsche owners. 4. Attitude. You are the 1%. The working world aspires to be you. You are not just a king or queen among men. You symbolically represent the dreams of millions of people. Because of this, you are not allowed to be in a bad mood when you are driving your Porsche. The desire for many to go on with their lives is fueled by the vain hope that one day they will become someone like you. Do not crush their lives by getting angry at the barista who forgot your non-fat whip topping. Your tiny burst of road rage or sad frown at the sight of a traffic jam is enough to crack the facade that is holding up the world. Remember, even if nothing is going right in your life, you've still got a Porsche, and that ain't so bad. 5. Driving habits. A Porsche is a high-performance machine that has been tested on the Nürburgring in order to tweak it for maximum responses in braking, turning, and acceleration. A Porsche was not built and was never intended to be a boulevard cruiser. Under no circumstances should you drive the car 15 miles per hour anywhere. A Porsche should always be driven fast. Speed limits should be regarded as a suggestion rather than an instruction. Because of the unstated requirements to drive fast, it is also your duty to pay a small duty fee in the form of speeding tickets. A couple $100 is a pittance to pay in order to tell the rest of the world, I can drive as fast as I want. Whether it's a briefcase, a basket of wine and cheeses from the Napa Valley, or a lady of the evening, the passenger seat should always be occupied. Onlookers don't want to believe that sad, old, lonely men putter around nightclubs in search of gold-digging strays. Rather, people want to believe that a Porsche driver has already got it all, and if he doesn't have it yet, he's on the short, exclusive waiting list. Finally, music. If the sound of a high-revving engine and turbo whoosh isn't enough for you, then please be sure to choose your music wisely. Save the 80s hairband for your cousin's Camaro. Anything too loud or ostentatious takes away from the importance of the car. Loud noises are devices used by children and people of low intelligence. Like a drunk heckler at a comedy club, an overly loud display of music will get people looking at you for all the wrong reasons. If you work these 5 steps into your Porsche driving regimen, the world will be a better place. Good luck.